We opened the shelter Saturday morning here. I actually myself arrived on the scene Sunday night. At its peak, we've had about 150 clients in the shelter. Last night we had 49. Tonight I expect a few more because we've had a couple of additional check-ins today. Okay, this is somewhat of a typical Red Cross shelter. Usually we are in school gymnasiums, perhaps church or community center recreation rooms and such. We normally have cots, hopefully with inflatable mattresses, sometimes not. There have been times when, in some of the worst situations, where we don't even have cots and it's pads on the floor. Blankets, as you can see, it's fairly basic, but it is dry, it's warm, it's safe.
All of a sudden the window started breaking and crashing in, and this real loud roar come up, and I said, well, I'm worried now. So my roommate invited me to come down to the basement with him, so I go down to the basement, and then it was getting really roaring loud. Your head was just boiling, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. So we got in this little cubby hole in the shower. We sat there and was hanging on to each other, praying for dear God. Within just a matter of moments, we realized it was a really bad storm, and we just figured that's all it was. But we knew it was a tornado by the time that the roar was really coming around. Through the van, the car, it hit the side of the house and went out in the middle of the back door, and my car was totaled, and all these vehicles were totaled, all the houses were destroyed and everything, and it was just something I just don't even want to go through. I was talking to some guys up front that were from Vietnam, and they said they've never seen anything like this in Nam even. He said this is more scarier than even Nam was, and so I imagine it was pretty scary because I know how scary Nam really was on TV and all this, so I realize and understand that, I'm very lucky to be here.
Situations where people don't have homes to go back to, as opposed to perhaps a minor river flooding where the house is wet for a day and then they can go back home or something of that type. These people aren't going to be back in their homes for quite some time, if at all.